The pilot was the uncle of two of our students. Nicole and Hunter Chadwick, can you please come forward? And while we're cheering, let's have their parents stand up. Thank you. As you all know, it takes a lot of dedication and hard work to be an astronaut. Not only do you have to be really good at school, but you have to have a dream to reach for the stars. Their uncle and all the astronauts of the Columbia had that dream. And actually, Nikki's class last year, Miss Webster's class, raised money to purchase a tree to plant in memory of Willie McCool. And since the field was in the midst of construction at that time, we decided to plant it when we had a special place for it. And now we do. The City of Winter Park was generous and came to our assistance and gave us 7 trees to plant alongside the track. You can see them along this side of the track. Right back here is a cedar tree that has a sign on it that tells about William McCool and some special parts of his life. And over here, as you're going to be able to walk in a little bit around the track, you will see 6 other different oak trees with the memorial plaques commemorating the rest of the astronauts. And the money that the students raised helped to pay for the signs. So it was really a joint effort to be able to commemorate such an important event and a dedication. As the trees grow up, they will shade us. We'll be able to remember. And we're fortunate that this afternoon, Nicole is going to go ahead and tell us a little bit more about this special day. Thank you.
On February 1st, 2003, the Space Shuttle Columbia broke apart and never came home. My uncle Willie McCool was the pilot on that mission. On that day, I was with my family at the landing site. We all felt happy and excited because the crew was coming home. None of us knew how our lives would change on that sad day. When the shuttle didn't land, NASA put us on a bus. I was very confused and worried. I was not sure what had happened, and I kept asking my mom where they were. At first, my mom didn't know either, but then my grandpa, who was in Las Vegas and had just seen the shuttle fly over his home, called my mom on her cell phone. He told her he had seen the shuttle exploding over Texas on TV. When my mom told me what had happened, I started crying and panicking. I kept asking my mom why this had to happen to my Uncle Willie. At that time, my mom didn't have an answer for me. It has now been 10 months since the accident happened, and I still miss my uncle every day. I still don't fully understand why God decided to take my Uncle Willie and his crewmates to heaven that day, but I am beginning to understand a little bit. I have realized that the crew left behind some special gifts. For me, the gift was courage to do my very best in school and sports. For many other kids that I've met since the accident, the gift the crew left behind for them was an amazing influence on them to be their very best. I know that the crew never would have chosen to leave their families and friends behind, but I know now that they are very happy to see how their courage to reach for their dreams is making a difference in lives all over the kids all over the world. This crew was special because India, Israel, and the United States were part of this mission. Keith's husband, who is Rick's husband's brother, was on the bus with my family on the day of the accident. I recently asked him about Rick's dreams. He told me something Rick had told him. You cannot take no for an answer if there is something that you are really interested in doing. You must get every obstacle that gets in your way. Keith also said to me, words cannot describe how proud I am of Rick. He was a great man, a godly man, a family man. He was the best brother anybody could ever have. He was my hero. I also talked with Ann Miklos, who was a very close friend of David Brown's. She said that David was a man who had many dreams, and he had the determination to make his dreams come true. The dreams that David carried with him on the Columbia was to enjoy every single minute of the STS-107 mission and to videotape the beauty of space. He had planned to make a film about the mission, and they give it to Columbia crewmates. David's brother is now fulfilling his dream by creating that film. Laurel Clark's mother was very scared when she found out that Laurel had decided to go after her dream of becoming an astronaut. Laurel's mother felt that it was much more dangerous than being a medical doctor, which is what Laurel did before she became an astronaut. Laurel said the following to her mother: "A ship in a harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are made for." In the same way, Laurel knew that being a doctor was a safer career than being an astronaut. But Laurel knew that she was made to do much greater things. So she went after her dream of being an astronaut, and she loved every minute of her time in space. My Uncle Willie always did the best that he could at everything he tried. He was one of the best students in his college, and he was also one of the fastest runners in college. An astronaut named Chuck Brady said this about Willie after he died: "Willie had the courage of a lion, the heart of a child, and the IQ of a genius." As I said before, my Uncle Willie gave me the gift of courage after he died. I now work hard to achieve my goals every day. Thank you, Uncle Willie, for giving me the gift of courage. And thank you, Laurel, Rick, Dave, Mike, Casey, and Alon and Willie, for showing us all how to achieve our dreams by setting goals and working hard to make them happen.
Nikki shared with us wonderfully the importance of the pursuit of dreams and the pursuit of knowledge, whatever the risk, in order to improve the quality of life for all, mankind. The signs in the trees will forever describe the hopes and dreams of the Columbia heroes and what they did for us. When we cut the ribbon across the track, this will officially open our track to you students and also to the community, because we are a partnership with the city of Winter Park and the county and the community. In life, each of us has a responsibility and needs to have the courage to make things better wherever we are, and to leave every place better than the way you found it. This field is our reminder, and when people work together as a team, there are uncommon results. We invite each of you to be able to take a ceremonial walk around the track after the ribbon cutting and to seek your own dreams. Thank you for coming today, and a special thank you for all our PTA parents who helped make our dedication so special. Can we give our PTA moms a round of applause, and dads? Right now.
McCool are students at Lakemont. A new sports area called the Field of Dreams was dedicated today to honor the Columbia crew. McCool's niece, Nicole Chadwick, a fifth grader at Lakemont, talked to the impact the loss of her uncle has had on her.
It has now been 10 months since the accident happened, and I still miss my uncle every day. I still don't fully understand why God decided to take my Uncle Willie and his crewmates to heaven that day, but I am beginning to understand a little bit. I have realized that the crew left behind some special gifts. For me, the gift was courage to do my very best in school and sports.
Very nice memorial. It's very nice that they had that for those kids today. We have a special